I'll explain to you the Filipino silent treatment, why it's not good. Okay? So when a foreigner comes to your country, he has limited time. He's sacrificing, spending a lot of money in order to come here and be with you. You know, it's not that easy. Trust me. That's why only so few do it. Okay? So then, when you do a silent treatment, okay, out of that limited time that you have with your partner, you are already decreasing it on bullshit, which is not convenient for you nor for him. Now, if the foreigner is a bit smarter and he doesn't play that game with you, what he does is he does his own thing and goes out alone, like what I would do or what my father would do. Take the motorbike, go for a drive or something, which also creates opportunities for the foreigner to find another woman. Does that make sense? So when you're doing a silent treatment, you think you are playing with his head, but if the man is not weak and he can use his brain a little bit, he's actually, okay, fair enough, so I have a girlfriend, she wants to be quiet, so I'm gonna go out and do my own thing.
Really, find a girl.
Well, I don't know. Well, you're doing a silent treatment, right? I'm in the Philippines. I'm for a limited time. Every day, every
So
minute
it's
costs me
like-
so much money. You are doing a silent treatment, so you know what I mean? Like, what do you expect me to do? Does that make sense? That's why it's actually not beneficial for you unless the man has a weak mind and is easily manipulated.
Yeah.
What I mean by not care is not like be a dickhead and, you know, be disrespectful or anything, but not play the game, not play along. Because the game can only be played when two people are playing. But when one person is playing, the other isn't playing, it's not played anymore. You understand?
Yeah.
So an example, let's say we're fighting. Let's say you give me a silent treatment, okay? Obviously, it completely depends why you give it to me. You know what I mean? So let's say if I am fucking so, like let's say I fucked your sister. Something like this, something extreme. Obviously, it's my fault and I gotta make up for it, okay? But let's say you give me silent treatment because I look at another woman. I'm like, well, fuck this. It's not my problem.
Now, for me, to be honest, it's not a big problem, but you should respect as well if you win someone else.
Okay. The example I just gave you before was me.
It's okay to look.
Okay.
It's, to be honest, it's
Yeah.
really okay. You guys are visual, but not flirty looks. Not like I know I'm a woman. The way the guy look at
Yeah.
me, like a flirty way, it's
Of course, but the example I just gave you before was that me as a man, I understand women and I understand your perfect imperfections, flaws, and advantages. You understand? You think you understand us, but you don't understand us. You know, us looking at other women is, I don't know, it's actually impossible not to look at a woman. It's honestly impossible.
yeah.
Just some men are better at hiding it. That's
It's
it.
so it's okay to look. It's not okay if you like you with your partner and then you look the girl like very flirty, like you engage like
Okay, I give you a better example, right? For us, it's impossible to.
oh so
It's
how about
natural
if
and
I
impossible
if
to
I,
hide.
if we're
Huh?
together like you we're together
Yeah,
and then there's a like hot guy and then I'm doing a
we're
flirty.
completely different. You're a woman, I'm a man, but that's why I was gonna give you
So
another
let's
example.
just be
That's
fair.
why I was. No, no, no,
See,
no, no.
it isn't
Life
even
is not
respect.
fair because I'm gonna give you another example of your nature where I have to understand it.
For me, I
Every
want to be
woman-
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, well, life is not fair. It wasn't fair. You didn't pick me up at the port. Imagine, okay, life is fair, right? So imagine the other way around. You come to me, it's fucking raining, and I don't pick you up at the port. What happens next? Because life is fair, right? So let's spin the situation around. What happens?
Because you're a man.
Yeah, but hold on. We just talk about being fair, right? So it doesn't matter. I'm a man, woman. Let's say
I mean,
you
the
come to
effort,
me.
the effort
Yeah,
is
the effort.
different.
Yeah, the
It's
effort. Yeah.
different, like-
I'm waiting. I'm just telling. I'm texting you. Just take care. Be careful. You arrive at the port. You don't know what to do. Where to go. It's dark, cold, fucking
always
pissing
a
down
way.
rain. Pissing down rain. I told you I will pick you up, and I don't pick you up. What happens next? Because life is fair, right? Do you just bite your tongue, bite your teeth, and comment to me, and everything is okay? You just have some coffee, refresh, and that's it, and you're ready to bounce? Or are you pissed off at me and you fucking leave? Because life is fair, right? Which one? Which one? Come on, answer. Because life is fair.
I mean, it depends. And it
Depends,
depends,
does
yeah,
it?
it depends, yeah.
Depends,
And
right?
how you handle the situation.
Yeah, but no, it's the exact same situation, but vice versa. It's you coming to me. What's your response? Simple. Do you come to me or do you say fuck this? You don't care about me.
Of course, I will come to you.
You will come to me.
Yeah.
Would you be happy?
Of course, it will like,
So would you be
okay.
like okay with me? Like I was okay? Would you be okay or not?
okay, it will like we should talk, and then
Don't bullshit me. Come on. We both know. We both know.
of course you like I will get mad or what. But I try to understand the situation. It's raining, and we cannot like just.
I cannot. Of course I can. Of course I
Yeah.
can. It's much easier for me than it's for you because I'm already here and I know and I'm the local. But anyway, the conclusion is life is not fair. That's
Yeah.
it. About your past relationship, yes?
Yep.
If a guy came over to Manila from France, right? He organized everything for not just for you, but also for your family. You know, he put so much effort, and you didn't even give him some pussy. Like, I don't even know what to say at this stage. You know what I mean? If this would be me, I'd be furious. You know what I mean? If this would be me, I would be trying to find a way to get my money's worth, let's put it this way. So yeah, this is just an example of an unfair value exchange, and to be honest, disrespects, spitting in his face.
Yeah, but I think
You know?
he also understand. He understands, but yeah,
Well, his dick doesn't understand.
I know that. I know that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he tells you he understands because he wants to be nice, and he's a bit of a weak
I
guy.
wanted to fuck as well, but
Huh?
I wanted to fuck.
Well, then there's
But-
always a
but
way
I
to
was like-
fuck. Huh?
We like.
We like what?
I don't want to be like
Don't want to be what?
to be connected with him again. It's
Well, if you don't want to be connected with him, then don't put yourself in a position where he spends so much money on you. I give you an
I
example.
didn't
Okay,
ask him to.
I give you an example. Let's say there's a girl, okay? She wants to connect with me and I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure if I want to fuck her, blah, 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 blah. Okay, a simple example. I have a date with a girl. I'm not sure if I want to fuck her. I make sure she doesn't put too much effort into the date. That she doesn't travel too far, that, you know, she doesn't spend too much time getting ready, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be in a situation where I feel guilty because she has done so much and I haven't done my part. Understand? Yeah. Good. These are very wise thoughts that Filipinas should understand. Do you know why? Because it happens often. Like, I'm too good at predicting it, so it doesn't really happen to me, but I've seen it happening to many people. It happens quite often where what you just told me, that they don't want to have sex because of the gossip, whatever, this and that. They don't want to get that connected, heartbroken, whatever. But then do not invite the opportunity of a foreigner putting so much effort and money into it.
I'm not inviting. I didn't invite him.
So what, you just
He
said?
invited my family.
So what? Just
That's
say,
why to,
just say,
like,
yeah,
talk
pay for me
again.
and my family thousands and thousands of pesos, and I'm not gonna give you pussy. Is that what you said to him?
No, I didn't. He knows me. I talked to him before he come.
What you said?
I don't expect me to be like be the same again.
Don't expect me to be the same again, yeah?
Like.
Did you guys have a conversation about sleeping together?
No.
Did you have that? Why did you not have that conversation? Are you 15 or are you 28?
Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's important to have a conversation.
Yeah, because it's
To
been
understand
5
each
years
other's
that we
expectations.
separated. Maybe just.
Yeah, I know, but you had sex before. You were supposed to meet again. He's organizing so much. Like, it's common sense he's getting some pussy. You know what I mean? I know straight away when I'm getting pussy and when I'm not getting pussy. I know it straight away.
But yeah, you guys are different. That's why. Maybe.
Yeah, we are different. We just talk about this, that we're not equal. We're completely different, yes. Okay, then, do you know what? I give you a simple example, which is 100 times less. Let's say you spend a few hundred pesos on a guy. I don't know, you buy him you buy him a shirt, you wash him, you do some laundry for him, you, I don't know, buy him, I don't know, pork adobo, make a pork adobo for him or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you put in some effort, but not as much effort as he does, right?
Yeah.
And then he doesn't deliver. How do you feel?
Of course, I feel bad.
So what I just mentioned is like 5% of what he did.
Yeah.
So how do you expect him to feel?
Because guys, like,
No, because women actually have no empathy and you don't care about our feelings. We have to understand. Well, you don't. I just gave you a simple example. You expect us to understand you, to always read your mind, to always see how you feel, but you don't understand us. So you, by not giving him pussy, you didn't understand his
yeah,
feelings.
the problem is the communication, yeah.
Yeah, but whose fault is that? Your fault or his fault? Who's better at communication, foreigners or Filipinas?
Foreigners.
Mm-hmm. So who has the taboo, shy, and problems with communication? Filipinas, right?
Yeah. Because yeah, we used to, like, our culture is different as well. Like
Yeah, do you think it's the right thing?
some, but yeah.
You know, there's a difference between, I don't know, you just meet up for a beer at a local store and you don't need to communicate much about okay what's gonna happen because people aren't putting much effort into it and it's not such a big deal. But when someone's traveling, when there's becomes steps to it, you need to communicate better,
Yeah.
Like me and you, we communicated, right? I told you straight away, okay, I can do this and this and that, but okay, can you stay with me? Like, what is the plan? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to know exactly, okay, what position we're gonna do how many times a day. Like, you know what I mean? But I need to know, okay, roughly, okay, so are you willing to stay with me like this? Are you okay, like this? In a respectful way. Instead of playing games like kids. You want a straightforward man who's honest, okay, assertive. The moment he's honest and assertive, you're shocked. You play games instead. Any more questions? You asked me yesterday, should you get back to your ex, yes? I would need to know a few more details about it
No.
to tell you. All I can tell you is you're 28. You shouldn't play games. You should try your best to find the best. If you want to have kids, you should try your best to find a good father for your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very careful. To
Well, yeah, of course you should be careful, but time is running. TikTok,
I don't want to be like rush things.
As I explained to you, when you meet a guy, it's in your best interest to have a relationship, to have a kid. It's not in the guy's best interest. A man's greatest superpower is understanding his value. I understand my value. I know that in 10, 20, 30 years I can go to many Asian countries, I can go to many Latin American countries, I can have a beautiful princess and beautiful kids any moment I want. I can be careful. I can honestly be careful. And I know the game inside out. I know women really well. But you as a woman, you don't have the same opportunities.
Really?
You have a lot of opportunities to fuck, yes. Yes, you can, of course. But these are not the same opportunities as to have a good man that actually wants to have kids with you, wants to get married with you. So therefore, the older you get, you should decrease your expectations, be more reasonable, and strive more
Yeah.
to have a man. Sorry?
Yeah.
No, honestly.
Now I realize.
Yes.
I should.
Yes. So for example, in this dynamic, this shouldn't be me trying to have a relationship. It should be you. Because what are my benefits of it? What are your benefits of it? Does that make sense? I see a lot of negatives for men. I have so much shit to pay. I have to be somehow loyal. I have to, keep up. I have to organize everything, protect everything, provide for everything. There's a lot of problems to get through. How many negatives do you have? You know what I mean? You said because I'm a man, I'm a provider, I should be a leader. Yes, that's true. And you're a woman, so what
Yeah, we're
you
gonna
so what
follow
you should do as a woman?
Make things.
You should be agreeable.
Yeah.
You should be coachable.
Yeah.
You should offer me peace, love, and pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
You should be reasonable, understanding, caring, okay?
Yeah.
Not toxic, not intense, not jealous, not play games, no bullshit, and 100% loyal to me. Oops. Okay? If you want a man, if, let's say, I don't know, in any relationship, friendship, business, if I want someone who's a leader, provider, and a protector,
Yeah.
his value is so high that I have
Of course,
to
he will be
really,
faithful.
well, I have to really give all of me to him and understand a lot.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by understand a lot, if he looks at another woman, I can't say shit. If he texts another woman,
it's okay to look, but a flirty
if he
way,
takes
you
it,
really
no,
give someone-
because if I want so much value of someone, like, what's my value as a woman? Okay, I'm beautiful, I have pussy, I have this and this and that, but come on, if I
We're
want
just
so much
talking
value from a
about
man,
that perspective. I say what I say. So
but if you want so much value from a man, okay, you have to kind of compromise in certain aspects.
what if I look at the guy? Who's
Yeah, but no,
behaving in a
but
flirty way
excuse me.
when I'm with you?
Okay,
So
what?
how do you feel? Do you feel disrespected as well?
Okay, but who's the motherfucking provider, protector? Me or you?
You, but that's,
So how can a submissive to me look at someone else?
for
This-
me, it's not. It's not okay with me.
It's not okay with you.
Yeah, probably. Have you been with Filipina? You've been like a lot of Filipina. Do you know? You know that
What?
Filipina.
Yes, I've been with a lot of
also-
Filipina, and that's why I know that when you're with a Filipina as a man, she has to compromise a lot to be with you, because the man is the catch, not her. Yes. You have to compromise. In other cultures, they compromise differently. They have 4 wives, etc., etc. Okay, I understand this is not your culture, but you have to compromise on certain aspects. A stupid text message, a stupid look, this and that, it doesn't fucking matter. It's our nature. It's gonna happen. Some men are just better at hiding it. It's like you. All women are gold diggers at the end of the day, but some women are better at hiding it. It's the same with men. It's all about just being better at hiding it and being a little bit more respectful. You know what I mean? But also, what helps is you not looking for those problems. So if you don't search for it. So let's say you think I might be looking at another girl, talking to another girl. You put a blind eye to it. You look the other way.
Yeah,
No, seriously. So I give you an example. So I had different sorts of relationships in my life. Sometimes I, let's say, aimed very high, and I had women that, well, were a little bit too sexy. Let's put it this way. Okay, I understood that they're so sexy, that they work in a certain industry, whatever, entertainment, blah blah blah. And I understood that if the value I want from them is so high, okay, so I will have to put a blind eye onto certain things. If I'm with a supermodel that's, works in certain industry, I will have to understand that I cannot get jealous, and I just have to kind of embrace the beautiful moments we have together. Yes.
You never been jealous.
Of course I've been jealous. I can be a very jealous man, of course, but as a businessman, I understand the value exchange, and I understand that with certain things you have to be more compromising. So the point I'm getting to break it down, to simplify, is that if a foreign man, after all of his hard work and everything, because what I'm explaining to you is that in order for a foreign man to come to the Philippines, you have to be in the top few percent to be able to afford it, to be able to do it. So if a foreign man does it, okay, he's already in the top few percent. Now he comes to the Philippines, okay, he is in literally 0 point something percent of a man that all women want. Okay, he has thousands and thousands of options. There's a big population here, okay? So now, when he chooses to spend the time with you, to offer you some love, respect, relationship, okay, you, instead of looking for issues and getting jealous of him looking at another woman, okay, you should just appreciate that. Because what's your other option? Your other option is to go to Sari Sari store, find out a Filipino who drinks a Red Horse and who will cheat on you anyway. Let's be honest. Yeah.
Other foreigner.
Yeah, who does the same shit. Well, another foreigner who comes here once in a blue moon. Yeah. 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 Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is not a La La Land.